A few weeks ago, we looked at a new Google AppSheet feature that lets you recognize text within images and pull it out into specific fields within your app. Today, we're going to look at another new AI feature that they've added, and this one lets you categorize, or in other words, classify text. So what that means is you can basically look at some of the text that was input into your app and then give it a description of what the different categories might be for that text, and then it will automatically assign one based on that. There are tons of different things you could do with that, but in this example, we're going to look at taking incoming customer service requests, looking at the actual text of the request, and then determining whether or not that request is urgent based on the text. And then we're going to route it differently or handle it differently depending on whether it's urgent or not. Building something like that would have been incredibly difficult, even just a few years ago. But with this new AppSheet AI feature, it makes it really easy, and I'm going to show the exact steps in just a minute. But before I do, I just have a couple quick housekeeping items. First, it's currently May 2nd, and Google I/O is coming up in a few weeks. I know they have at least one session on AppSheet that's going to cover intelligent agents, but I'm also hoping to learn about some other new things that we'll be able to do with AppSheet. I'm going to be covering all my takeaways here, so if you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that now so you don't miss it. And the second thing is that I just released the new AppSheet AI Assistant Chrome extension that I talked about on this channel a few weeks ago. I've been finding it really helpful to answer quick questions while I'm working in AppSheet, and I used it quite a few times while I was putting together this demo. If you want to see what it is and try it for free, check out the link down in the comments. Okay, let's jump in and see how AppSheet's new AI categorization works. All right, so I just created a new AppSheet app from a Google form, this Google form here, where we basically have this form for collecting customer service requests. So we include their email address, their name, their company name, and what can we help them with. So that's the input. I do have a different video on actually setting this up to be able to link Google Forms to AppSheet. I'll include a link to that down in the comments as well. And these new AI tasks that are in AppSheet are preview features. So in order to enable preview features, you need to turn them on in your settings, and you do that under here in settings. And there's an option here for general, and there's an option here for preview new features, and then you need to save your app. So that'll basically turn on all the preview features so that you're able to see them and try them within your AppSheet app before they could become generally available. Other note here is that these AI tasks that we're going to cover here are also enterprise features. So you need to have an enterprise plan within Google AppSheet in order to be able to use it, or at least to be able to build apps that use them. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. All right, and then the next thing we need to do is just get our data prepped a little bit here. So the first thing we need to do is add a description to our what can we help with you with column here or field here, just to tell the AI what that field actually means. So to do that, I'm going to go in and edit it. I'm going to go down to the description, and I'm going to put in this text. So it's just basically saying this is a support request submitted by one of our customers. And again, the AI is just kind of like starting from scratch with its knowledge of things every single time that it runs. So this is the one of the pieces of information that we're using to give it the initial knowledge that it needs to be able to make this categorization. And the next thing we need to do, we'll close that out, is we need to add something to tell it what the actual categories that can be assigned are. So to do that, I'm going to create a virtual column. I'm going to call it priority. I'm just going to put in for the formula just a blank string just to let me save this. So just double quote. And I want this to be an enumeration. So I'm going to select enum from the type here, and I'm going to add two values for it, which are going to be standard for a standard request and urgent for an urgent request. So those are the different two, when the AI makes a decision on what category to assign, these are the two values it's going to pick from. Okay, save once again. All right, and next we need to create an automation or a bot. So I do that here under the automation menu. I'm going to say create a new automation. For the event, I'm going to create a new event, and this is a trigger that actually causes this automation to run. And I'm going to call this request received. And the event source is going to be a form. It's going to be our customer support form. So we're all set there. And the first thing we're going to want to do is whenever we receive one of these requests, we're going to want to send the request to our customer service inbox. So regardless of anything else, every single incoming request gets sent there. So I'm going to add a step here. I'm going to call it send email. I'm going to use send email as the actual action up here. I'm going to make it to, this would normally be to our customer support thing, but for this demo, I'm going to make it to sandy@pliablematter.com. And then for now, I'm going to leave all these other values as is. This is what the subject's going to be. It's going to populate this with the app name. So it'll be customer support demo is the app name. Notification is what it will say. And then it'll populate all these other fields with everything that's in our actual incoming form request. So again, you can customize that to your own thing, but that's what we'll do for this one. All right, so once the email is sent, the next thing we want to do is actually run the AI to do the categorization. So I'm going to create a new step for that. I'm going to call this analyze request. And I'm going to use the AI task for this. Again, if you didn't have preview features turned on, which we did at the beginning of this won't show up. So you need to have these preview features enabled in order to be able to show this, at least as of today, May 2025. Once this becomes generally available, this should show up all the time. So the actual AI task that we want to do in this case is categorize the input column. So in other words, the text that we want to categorize is within our what can we help you with input column here. We don't want to save the value back to our table, but since it's a Google form, we can't even do that. But what we want to do is actually return the result of that categorization, and then we're going to use that in subsequent steps. So to do that, I want to select return value here. This next option is asking me where the possible values are, and that's that enumeration that we just set up in the priority field so that we've got that selected there. And then finally, you need to give it the instructions for how it should categorize. So again, the AI is kind of starting from scratch in its knowledge every single time that it runs. So in addition to the incoming text that you're giving it, you need to give it instructions that say, these are what the categories are, and this is how you should assign categories in plain English. So they've given some examples here, like that if you had something that was doing cost analysis and assigning category based like that, you need to describe to it what inexpensive, moderately expensive, and expensive looks like. In our case, we want to describe what an urgent request looks like versus a standard request. So this is what I've got for that. And I have this auto typing for me, so I'll read. But the support request is related to our software product. If based on the message, it sounds like the software is severely broken, mark the message as urgent. Or if the tone sounds like the customer is angry or panicking or extremely frustrated, mark the message as urgent. And if none of those things are true, that we want to mark the message as standard. All right, so I'm going to save one more time. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to actually set up what's going to happen if the message is urgent. So I'm going to add another step. This one I want to be a branch on condition step. And I'm going to call this is the message urgent ? And for my input condition, let me try that one more time. It should pop up here. There we go. We want to take the output of the previous request. So underneath here, you see there's the actual little robot icon with analyze request. That is the previous step that actually ran. So we want to take the value of that. So we want to say if analyze request priority equals urgent, and save. So if that evaluates to yes, meaning the request is urgent, we want to next do what's underneath yes here. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to hit create new step. And I'm going to call this one send SMS to manager. So I want to send an SMS request to the manager just to let them know that this urgent request came in so they can go check the inbox and deal with it if they need to. So I want to run a task in this case. I want to send an SMS message. Now this uses the Google AppSheet's Twilio integration. Twilio is a service that can make phone calls and can send text messages and do a lot of different things related to mobile phones and landline phones and such. You have to have a separate account for that. We provide your account information here. I'm going to go ahead and set that up, and then we'll skip forward in the video to what comes down at the bottom of this where we're actually sending the message. All right, so now I've got all of my credentials set up above. The next thing I need to do is just set the text message, the SMS number that this is being sent from and to for when this message actually gets sent up, as well as the actual content of the message that I want to send. So again, I've got this auto typing. This is the number I want it to come from. This is the number I want it to go to. And then I want to uncheck use default content because it's basically going to just send the full text of what came in the support request in that case, which I don't want to send via text. I just want to send a message to notify the manager that this message came in from a particular customer. So I uncheck use default content. I'm going to click the body here and I'm going to auto type that. So there's an urgent support request from, and then we're using your name and company name so the manager knows exactly which customer it came from. Check the support inbox for details. So that's what's going to be sent to them in that case. And we are all set. I'm just going to save one more time. And then the final thing we need to do, which is what it's telling me right up in the top here, is that we need to deploy our app in order for this to completely work, and specifically for it to be able to send the text messages and also to be able to send emails to anyone other than the app owner. The app needs to be in a deployed state. So if you haven't done that before, you go up, click this little rocket ship up in the upper left-hand corner, click Move App to a Deployed State. It will do that, and then once it's deployed, it shows this little green check mark next to the rocket ship, and you're all set. All right, now let's give this a try. So we'll go over to our customer support form. I just need to check that in order to include my email address. I'm going to say this is from me. And then for what can you help me with, I'm going to put in this message, which again is not an urgent message. Just want to say thank you. You all are great, blah, 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 blah. No, so just a kind of thanks for your help kind of message. So I'm going to hit send. That is done. Now, if I go over to my Sandy at Pliable Matter account, which is the one that we sent these to, you see that I just got that message in with that detail in it. So it sent it via email, which again, it always does. And if I go and look at my incoming message log from Twilio, and I hit filter to refresh it, you see that there's no SMSs here. So this is, again, these messages would normally go to the manager's phone, but for this demo purposes, I'm just showing it within the Twilio website here as far as the actual SMSs that it's processing. And you see that there's nothing there right now because it did not determine that that message was urgent for it to be sent to the manager. Let's try this one more time. We'll go in to the form again. I'm again going to use my own name. And this time I'm going to send a more urgent message. Your software is not working and it's causing us to lose money. We need help. Please get back to me ASAP. So I'm going to send that. Go back over to Sandy again. See that I did get another message here with that text that I just input. Now we'll go back to Twilio and I'll filter again. And you see this time I did receive this incoming message. And this is the text down here. There's an urgent message from Doug Burns at Pliable Matter LLC. Check the support inbox for details. So exactly what we wanted, again, using that AI to categorize those messages and behave differently based on what it sees. So that's just one idea I had for using this, but as you can probably guess, the possibilities are really endless and there's all kinds of different things that you could use this for. If you end up using it for something, please let me know how down in the comments. I'd love to hear. And that's about all I have for today. Thanks for watching and happy building.